Hey, it's Kat. So I'm finally doing another drawing video. You can probably tell that it's definitely going to take a long time between these, so I don't know if I should even say when you should expect the next one. I've been doing a lot of drawings over this winter break, so I might have the next batch done sooner than expected, but who knows really. So I'm going to show you all these drawings that I did, and I hope you like them. First, here is Howl from Amazing World, the comedian. He's one of the most adorable characters they have, and I really enjoyed drawing him. He's got a lot of interesting details on him that I really like. Next, I drew some Steven Universe characters, starting with my favorite, Pearl. So here she is. Then I drew Lapis Lazuli, and I had to use two different references for her. One with the wings, and one like with her whole body without the wings, so I could draw all of her. And then finally, I drew Sapphire and Ruby, one of the couples that I really like from the show, so here they are. Their proportions are a bit off. I don't know. Then back to LPS. I drew Buttercream. She's based on one of my toys that I have, so that's where I got the idea to draw her, because I finally got a Buttercream toy. Very quickly I got the two that they made, and they're one after the other. When I got the first one, I was really excited because I could draw her by herself then, so that's what I did. And next is Olive. I really like my Olive toy too, so I drew her based off of that. Olive is one of my favorite LPS guest pets because she's so sweet and shy, and I love her. Next, we're back to Amazing World. Here is Toonya, one of my Zings. I decided to start drawing my virtual Zings in their outfits, some of the ones that I thought were really cute, so here she is. She's a really cute dog, and I gave her an umbrella hat. I really like her umbrella hat. Then there's Cookie, who's also Amazing Hamster. He has a ice cream or food, sweets sort of theme. He has got the banana peel shoes and some of Gelato's stuff that he's wearing, so that's Cookie. Then there's Charcow. He was pretty hard to draw because he has the white lines in between the black. And I made him an outfit that I thought fit him based on his name and his description. Then here's a drawing of Vinnie. I hadn't drawn Vinnie by himself, so I decided to do that, and it's partially based off one of my toys, but mostly in the show style. Next, here's a VinnieLing drawing that I worked really hard on. It took me over a couple hours to do this. I don't know exactly how long, but I really did work really hard on this. I loved the short with these two where they were in Paris, and it kind of seemed as if they were sort of teasing the pairing to me. I mean, VinnieLing did say that the place was romantic and there was just the two of them there, so I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think they looked really cute in these outfits, and I decided to make them look extra happy being with each other in this picture. Next, I drew a Russinka pic, Lazuli and Minka. They're another one of my favorite pairings, and it's based off the episode Frenemies, where Zoe had a fantasy where these two were dancing together, which I thought was so adorable, and I love their outfits too. I worked really hard making Russell look more like Russell, because I wasn't entirely happy with the last time I drew him, so I worked really hard on making the colors match up. You can probably tell that I mixed different colors together, which is hard to do with colored pencil, but I really tried on this. And then here's the Sunil and Pepper drawing, and I didn't have the toys yet when I drew them. I got them later from Toys R Us when they were having a sale, but before I got them, it's called the Showtime Friends set. I used a picture of them online to draw a picture of these two, because I like the outfits they come with. Well, Pepper has the necklace, and Sunil has his top hat and little suit, and Pepper's little pink streak in her hair is really neat. It would be interesting if they gave her that in the show for like one episode. But yeah, this is another pairing that I really like. So I decided to draw all three of my favorite pairings. There are more, but those are the main three. Then here's a drawing of my Madame Pom toy, one of them. I really like Madame Pom as a character. She has a very interesting personality, and I love her accent, and I like how she started out being more mean, but then now she's actually friends with Zoe. That's really interesting, and I like how they've brought her back before, and I hope they bring her back again. I had a lot of fun drawing this one, and I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, now here's another pairing that I like from Amazing World. This is Bloom and Gelato. I probably mentioned this in my last drawings video, even though I hadn't drawn these two together yet, but I like this pairing because it seems to be implied that Gelato likes Bloom, because he said in this kind of tone, like a sort of happy, like, tone, like that he memorized all Bloom's favorite flavors when he was going to send her some fruit and stuff. So here they are eating ice cream, and Bloom has strawberry and peach ice cream with a little strawberry on top, and Gelato has mint and blueberry ice cream with a little blueberry on top. Just kind of try to match their colors. I don't know what flavors they would actually like, but Gelato would probably like just about anything. Anyhow, I think they're a really cute pairing, so that's that. And then I drew another Amazing World pairing. This is Twinkle and Cosmo. I wanted to give Twinkle a red dress, and I wanted to give Cosmo a purple suit, so I looked up some designs for them online and used those, and I gave Twinkle her bracelets because she wears bracelets, but I gave her different ones. Anyhow, I like this pairing a lot. I don't know, it's just, they haven't interacted at all in the game, so it's just more my imagination. I think they'd be cute together because, well, the thing is, they're both kind of shifty characters a little bit, because Twinkle doesn't want to take responsibility for anything, and Cosmo's always using excuses to get out of doing stuff, but I think they have like sort of more opposite personalities in that Twinkle's very, very hot-headed and wanting everything to be done her way, and she's very blunt, and then Cosmo is a little less so. He's a little more reserved, and he's kind of got this scared way about him. I mean, it's understandable since he's on a strange planet and everything. So yeah, this is just something that I thought of. Now here's another pairing that I really love. This is Nibs and Howl. Nibs is very, very, very... She likes to keep to herself most of the time, and Howl is very outgoing and silly. And one thing I found interesting was one point where Nibs didn't even understand one of Howl's pranks, so I think an interesting thing to do would be for Howl to try to find a way to actually make her laugh, because it seems like it would be hard if she doesn't really understand, like, his sense of humor. Anyhow, I think they'd make an interesting couple. And this is my LPS mascot, Phoena. She's a swan. She's one of my favorite LPS that I have, and I thought she'd make a good mascot just because of that. I really like the way she looks, and so I decided to draw her. This is a drawing of Mushroom that I'm really proud of. Mushroom's one of the cutest guest pets that LPS has ever had. She is just so cute. I like that she's sort of a Bigfoot, but not really, because she's pretty small. And I like that in the LPS toys they're actually making more the same shape as her, so there will be a bunch of little Sasquatches. So I worked pretty hard to make the texture look right on her, because she has an interesting texture to her, and that's what I did. Next is a drawing of Sugar Sprinkles. I decided to draw her solo because I hadn't, and I had a Sugar Sprinkles toy, a newer one, that I thought I should draw. And next, here's a drawing of Zoe, because I wanted to draw Zoe. I felt as if I'd been neglecting her since I didn't draw her in a pairing. I might draw a Zoe and Digby picture at one point, because that's who I ship her with. So here she is. I did it based on a screenshot from one episode, and also based on a toy, but mostly the screenshot. And so this year I got really, really, really into Penn Part-Time Hero. It's one of my all-time favorite cartoons. It's probably my second favorite cartoon next to LPS. I really like it, so I decided to draw the three main characters. So here's Penn. I tried to make them my own, but I have a hard time with human and humanoid characters, so they might look a little weird or a little too much like the show design. I'm not really best, but I really tried on these. I like Penn a lot. I think he's a really funny character. I love how he comments on a lot of the cliches that are used, because the show tries to stay away from that, or at least if they're gonna go for it, they're gonna point it out and make sure that we know what we're doing here. So I like him as a main character. I think it really works. And then there's Boone. He's actually my favorite. I really, really like him. He's just so funny, and he's such a nice person. I would want to be his friend. He's awesome. One of my favorite roles that he had was when he was the narrator. That was really funny. I just love him. So yeah, I probably worked the hardest on this one. And then there's Sashi. I like Sashi. She's a good sidekick. I mean, the whole point of her is she's a sidekick who is very determined, knows what she's doing, and she's very blunt and very into violence, I guess. I mean, sometimes that can be kind of disturbing. I really hope she paid for that stuff she broke in Penn's room, because that was not cool. Plus, she should really stop picking on that mascot guy. But other than that, she's a great character. I think she should save some of her aggression for fighting villains rather than picking on people at school for no reason. Yeah. And then here is Eydra. I drew her for Halloween. She's one of my Zings, and she's dressed as a witch, so I say she is a witch. And I gave her with the hat, the witch hat, along with an outfit that I thought would go with it, so yeah. Thanks for watching this. I hope you liked my art. I'm branching out, so you can see, into different fandoms. If you want me to go back to some that I've gone back to in this video, I will always be doing LPS, and I'll probably always be doing Amazing World drawings, but if you want me to draw something from a different fandom from what you've seen in this video and the last one, or go back to, for example, the Steven Universe, because I'm not sure I'm going to go back to that unless people want me to try drawing characters. It's just I have a really big problem with drawing human characters and humanoid characters. I already said that, but that's the reason why I might not go back to that. But if you want me to, I might. Yeah, I don't take requests, but I would really appreciate suggestions for fandoms and stuff. I'm in a lot of fandoms, I just haven't gotten around to drawing things from certain fandoms. There are some that you're going to see in the next drawing video that I have done or will be doing, but there are others that I'm not going to consider unless people really want me to, simply because I'm not sure I have what it takes to draw them well. And I guess you'd have to look probably at my fanfiction page or my DeviantArt page, because that's where I post what fandoms I'm in. I'm in a lot. Most of the popular cartoons on certain networks I watch, but not all of them. And I guess you could suggest pairings, but not if I don't like them. I do have a list of pairings on my fanfiction.net page, and the username is the same as here, catlover924. I also recently posted a story on there. Just yesterday I posted a VinnieLing Story, and I also posted on my Archive of Our Own and Wattpad account, so you can check that out if you want. So the list of pairings on my fanfiction.net page, yeah, that pretty much covers it. I don't like to really explore other pairings, and most of the time I stick to, like, if I ship one character with another character and that's my OTP, then I usually don't ship that one of those characters with another character, but there are some exceptions, just a few though. I really try to stick to my OTPs, because I feel as if they make the most sense. I don't like going all around and shipping everything, because it's just not what makes sense to me. So I may also do friendships, maybe even friendship crossovers if people want to see that. I don't ship crossover ships, but I do friendship things. For example, I really have been thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to draw it, I don't know, I just been thinking a lot about Boone and Mabel, and it's because they both have braces and they're both silly and stuff. I think like they would get along really well, so I don't know. If someone wants me to draw that, then I definitely will. It would be a fun project. I don't know. Please suggest things. I don't get suggestions, and I like being motivated to do arts. Sometimes I really want to draw something, and sometimes I really don't know what I want to draw, so it would be really helpful if I could get some suggestions, and then I might have more of a plan for the next few drawings, and maybe they'd even come out faster and these videos would come out faster. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this. If you did watch it all the way through, you are awesome, and thank you so much. Remember in these videos to read the description, because I list all the drawings. It seems like on the last video I got a dislike. I feel as if it's because someone didn't like the pairings that I did on there, but it was made pretty obvious. When I go to my YouTube analytics, I can see what people search for and found my videos, and a lot of those aren't relevant to what's actually in the video, so I don't know. It's not that I don't want views, I just don't want people to be disappointed, so please read the descriptions, because I list everything in there. I take the time to point out exactly what time in the video, what the exact time is where something shows up. So if you want to see something, you can just click there. This might be especially helpful for people who aren't in certain fandoms. Like, I pretty much draw Amazing World stuff just for myself. If people like it, it's usually because they're artists and they like the drawing, but they don't really know who the characters are or anything. So if you're just someone who's into certain fandoms and you don't really care about the art part of it, then use the description and go to things that you want to see. It would be nice if someone watched the whole video, but I don't think a lot of people have the patience to do that. Thank you anyway. If you want to see more, I'm going to make more, whether you subscribe or not, but you know, it would be nice if people who subscribe to my videos actually watch them, because I've noticed that most of my views have been coming from non-subscribers, so I would really like it if I had a few more subscribers, because it makes me happy when people actually subscribe to me and then actually watch my videos and like what I'm doing and like my art. And really, remember to suggest things. You can always leave a comment. You can comment on my Instagram or on my DeviantArt page. I do take suggestions, not all of them probably, but if you suggest something and I think that's a good idea, then I will draw it. So thanks.